वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तम् तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। भूवादयो धातवः
भूवादयो धातवः
सनाद्यन्ता धातवः
सनाद्यन्त धातवः
धात्वादेहेशः सः
धात्वादेहे शहसः
नो नः
नो
नः
ऋतयुद्धातोः
ऋतधातोः
उपदायाश्च
उपदायाश्च
उदोष्ट्यपूर्वस्य
उदोष्टपूर्वस्य
ऋवोरुपधाया दीर्घ इकः
ऋवोरुपधाया दीर्घ इकः
हलि च
हलि च
उपधायां च
उपदायां च
ऋतयुद्धातोः. I think the last sutra we saw in the last class. के धातवः भूवादयो धातवः औपदेशिक धातवः आतिदेशिक धातवः सनाद्यन्ताः। उपदेशे धात्वादेः षस्य सः आदेशः नस्य नः आदेशः इदितोः इत् इकारः इत् यस्मिन् धातु तस्य धातोः नुम् भवति नुम् आगमः भवति इदितो नुम् धातोः। ऋत युद्धातोः ऋकारान्त दीर्घ ऋकारान्त ऋकारान्तस्य ऋकारान्तस्य धातोः इकारः इत् इकारः आदेशः भवति। यदा इकारः आदेशः भवति ऋकारस्य स्थाने रेपः अपि उपपद्यते. अतः इर् इति. That was the last sutra. Mritaha idatoho. 7-100. Then the next sutra is Upadhayascha. Padayaha. Pada is Sanya Sutra. Already we know what is Upadha. Alontyat Purva Upadha. Antya Alaha Purvaha Yaha Asti Saha Upadha. So Upadayaha api Ikaraha Adesha Bhavati. Let us read. I think 7-100 we read the whole thing from the website. Yes. Let me check.
Or no naga only we saw.
Rutaha idatoho.
Idito num
So
dhatu
iditoho num dhatoho
dhatu
that we have to see that.
Really?
we saw idito num dhatu something.
I didn't note down anything in Rita.
1158.
I have
Jiri
written
dhatu
till no
apvikya.
naga.
Only idito nam
That only we have.
Yeah.
That only?
We have to see this now today.
You have to see.
Till no naga we have seen. Because I have written till no naga one.
No, idito num we started.
Correct.
Jiri dhatava,
Jiri dhatu.
manta dhatu is not idit.
Yeah.
Like that I have noted down, but not ritayit.
Okay. I think ir iti vachya, this also I told, I remember. Ir iti, like drishir dhatu, etc. There, ir will be there. So ir is not idit dhatu. I remember having said this. Ir iti vachya, yeah, drishir dhatu ho. Ir iti vachya, it is vartikam. The vartika, ir also it letter. So we should not consider this as a idit dhatu. There was no numahama. Right? So idit dhatu.
No,
I think up to this, I think yes. And yeah, Mant Dhatu or Banjo Dhatu, this also we saw. I was explaining this, yes. So next one we have to see, right? That is Uditaha Iddato. So Uditaha is Shashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam of Udit Pratipadikam. 7-100 Angasya Adhikari Vartate Angasya iti Adhikara 641. 641 Angasya Adhikara. 7-100. So this is also Angakarya, 7-100. And what will be the, for example, what will be the lakara rupam of tru dhatu? Lat rupam of tru dhatu, which is in
Tarati.
which is in the first conjugation. How we get tarati? Tru plus tip kartari sarvadhatike shab, then shab comes, then tru is the anga for shab, tru plus shab is the anga for tip, tru anga for shab, and the shab can cause angakarya, but ritaha idatahu makes the rikara replaced by e. Therefore become tir, right? If you apply tir, then what will happen? Tir plus shab plus, then shab will, suppose if shab causes angakarya, then you will have te. Terati. This is not the form. So ritaha idatahu, an angakarya happens by the sutra. Puganta laghu padasya cha. 7386. 7386 we have seen. Some other context, all those things are 7384, 86. That is Puganta. Upada is Rasva Ikara. Lagupadasya Guna Adeshaha. Angakarya. So Ti become Te. But this is not the Rupam. What is the Rupam?
Tarati.
Dhatu is Tru Dhatu. Shabkasu Angakarya. Tru will become Sarvadhataka Adadhataka Yoho. By that sutra, Tru will become Tar. Tar plus Shap is Tarati. So here we don't see Rutaha Iddatoho not applying here. We don't see it applying here. Why? Because Rutaha Dhatoho is 7100. And this Angakarya, both are in Angakarya section. Angakarya happens by the Sutra 7384. Sarvadhataka Ardhadhataka Yoho. Therefore, which one will apply? Paratvat 7384 applies, not 7100. So 7384 you have to apply, not 7100. So therefore, you can note 7100 will apply when other Angakarya Sutra, other sutras in the section doesn't apply. Otherwise, other sutras which are above the number 100, Parasutras. Otherwise, that will apply and 7100 will not be applied. So 7100 will be applied when no other Angakarya can happen, then 7100 applies. We can note. Otherwise, we may get stuck here. If you do Angaka, if you do Ruta Hiddhatoho, then you will have Anishta Rup, Terati. There is no form Terati. Tarati only. So Paratvat, always when two sutras are simultaneously applicable, Vipatishede, Param Karyam Bhavati, Parasutram Balavat Bhavati, Ataha Parasutrasya Prasakti Bhavati, Natu Rutaha Iddhatoho Sutrasya. So then Rutaha Iddhatoho, when does it apply? Yes, it is applied, for example, fourth conjugation, if you take Kru plus T. There, Kru plus Sha. Here, no, Angakaryam is not possible because Sarvadhatuka apit. Therefore, Rutaha Iddhatoho, we have to apply. Kru will become, Kru is replaced by E. Then Urandaparaha Repa also is appended. And A plus T. Therefore, you get Kirati. Okay. You can remember these examples. Tru Dhatu, first conjugation. Tru Dhatu, sixth conjugation. Okay. So now let us see Sutra, the Sutra Pata, where it is located 7100. Rutaha Iddhatoho Upadayascha Udoshtya Purvasya. These three sutras which we are going to see. So Rukarantasya Angasya Adhikari Vartate, therefore Angasya Dhatoho Ikaraha Adesha Bhavati. Then Upadayascha Upadayaha api Upada Rikarasya Sthane api Ikaraha Adesha Bhavati. Then Udoshtya Purvasya Oshtya Purvasya. If Oshtya letter is there, then Ukaraha Adesha will come. If Oshtya Varna is there, Oshtya is labial. So Pr, etc. Then Ukara Adesha will come, Natu Ikara. So we will see one by one. So Rutaha iti Stani Shashti Stane Yoha, by that Shashti Bhakti Tasmin Stane Tasya Stane Rutaha Stane Dhatoho, it is Visheshan Sambandha Shashti. It is Rutaha Dhatoho it akara, ikaraha adesha. It is adesha. Takaraha taparat. Takara is only uchanata, not even taparaha tatkarnam. Why? We have seen. Why takara is not a limiting thing here? Because, anyone, do you know the sutra? We have seen that all the sutras in the Ashtadhyayi, Pravesha 1 Part 1, the context of Sudanta, Takara is, it is the Adesha. Therefore, Anudit Savarnasya cha Pratyaha. Do you remember? Anudit Savarnasya cha Pratyaha, by that sutra, Adesha will not bring its Savarna. All those things we have seen elaborately in the context, even in the context of Sandhi, Iko, Yanachi, etc. Ikaha, when we say, how do we bring the long Varna also? Not only E, in fact, all the 18 Savarna we can bring in the place of Ikara. Understood? Ikara, Ukara, Rukara, 30 Savarnas, then Likara, Ikaha, Ikaha, then Yan is Yadesha. So Yakara, for example, semi-vowels, it has its Savarna, nasalized Yakara, but that doesn't count. Only Yakara is Yakara alone. Vakara alone. Repa anyway doesn't have Savarna. Vakara alone, not the Anunasika component. So when it is Adesha, when it is an Adesha will not bring it Savarna. Other than Adesha, Apratyaha, Anudit Savarnasya cha Apratyaha. When it is not an Adesha, then there is Stani or the following or the preceding, then it will bring its Savarna. Do you remember Anudit Savarnasya cha Pratyaha? Important Paribhasha Sutras. You need to remember. If not, please go through the sutras again. Anudit Savarnasya cha Pratyaha, then Stanentaratamaha, all those things in detail. Yes, in all those are basic sutras, fundamental sutras, all the paribhashas also. Alontesya, Ngicha, Adehe Parasya, Anekalshit Sarvasya. Okay, therefore, this since Ikara, it's an Adesha. Because it is an Adesha, E is sufficient, Takara not required. Takara then, why it is there? It is Takara generally when do we had Taparaha Tatkan only when we want that letter alone, not the Savarna, other letters. Then Takaraha, Taparaha Tatkaranam, Taparaha Tatkarnas. We do. It's called Taparaha Tatkaranam. But here Takara, being Adesha, Adesha will not bring it Savarna. Therefore Takara, why it is required? It is only for Ucharana, Artham. Only for the sake of pronunciation. There is no other purpose. So Rutaha Idhatoho. Then when you do Sandhi, Takaraha followed by Dakara, you can do Jashta Sandhi, Idda. Then Jashtam too also, Jalam Jashtashi. So Rutaha Iddatoho. Sandhi Vichedam Kurtva. So Shashti Ekavachanam Rutaha, then then Datoho. Angasya Adhikare Vartate. So the sutram is, complete sutram is, Rutaha Datoho Angasya Ita Bhavati. Dirgha Rukaranta. Okay, from here. Ganesh, please read.
दीर्घ ऋकारान्तः धातोः अङ्गस्य अन्तिमवर्णस्य इकारादेशः भवति.
Understand, right? What is the meaning?
So, ikara is the adesha of rikara.
Rukara of the dhatu, and the rukara should be located
At the end, Antima Varna.
Where is end here? Anta not given here. But here he says Anta. How? Anyone? All these are fundamental things. Why? How he says Anta here? What is the Adesha? Adesha is
Ikara.
Adesha.
It.
E. E. Not it, E. Right? Takara only Ucharana Ratam. Adesha is Ekal or Anekal Adesha.
Ekal.
Ekal.
So Ekal. And the Stani is Rukaranta Dhatu means Stani must be
Rukara.
Stani is Rukaranta Dhatoho when we say. Rutaha of Dhatu having many letters. Of those letters, the Rukara is located at the end. Right?
Huh.
Not all the whole the Dhatu is replaced by Ikara. It is meaningless. Otherwise, the Tru will be replaced by E. Tru will be replaced by E. Is it what the meaning? No. So Rutaha, Rukara of the Dhatu means Rukara not at the beginning of the Dhatu. It is located at the, by the Paribhasha Alontyasya. Remember, Alontyasya, whenever Adesha happens, it happens to the end letter of the Sthani. It's a Paribhasha. The default Paribhasha we apply. Alontyasya. Antyasya Varnasya Sthane Adesha Bhavati. Alontyasya Paribhashaya. Therefore, he says, Rikaranta Dhatoho Antyasya. Sutra doesn't say, but Paribhasha we know. Even Kashika Rikarantasya Dhatoho Yena Viditadantasya, that Paribhasha is applying. Rikara, okay. Dhatoho Angasya, Rikarantasya Angasya. Anga, Dhatu is the Anga, with regard to the, Dhatu is the Anga. Of course, with regard to the Pratyaya, fine. Angasya Adhikare Vate, therefore Angasya. Angasya, Anga is not just Rikara, the Dhatu is the Anga, and the Dhatu ends with Rikara. So, Yena Vididadantasya, by that Paribhasha, when a rule is specified with a qualifier, Yena Vidihi Vidiyate, Tadantasya api bhavati. So, Natu, all the Anga, the Anga ending with that letter will be the Adesha. Therefore, Anta, the word we add, Rikarantasya Angasya. Rikara, Anga is qualified by the Rikara, and that is at the Anta. Therefore, Tasya, Rikarantasya Angasya. Dhatu ending with Rikaranta. Okay, that is just mentioned what kind of Anga is. That we have to further we can write Rikarantasya Angasya Antyasya Rikarasya Sthane Ikaraha Adesha Hoti. Alontyasya Paribhasha. So, Yena Vididadantasya Paribhasha, Alontyasya Paribhasha also applied, both. Alontyasya Paribhasha not applied because taken for granted. All those are basic things, therefore Kashika will not write all those things. It just says Rikarantasya Dhatoho. Rikarantasya Angasya Dhatoho. What we have to write? Rikarantasya Angasya Antyasya Varnasya. Antyavarna is Rikaraha. Rikarasya Sthane Ikaraha Adeshaha Bhavati. There is no Nimitta, Paranimitta. Without no Nimitta, Rikara replaced. So you have to apply the two paribhashas. Yena Vididadantasya That is, when a vidhi is ordained to a thing, then, and that happens to be a qualifier, qualified, Vishesha, Visheshana. When the rule is specified to a rule is specified, yena vidhihi vidhiyate, that applicable to the word ending with that qualifier also. Then applying the paribhasha where adesha will happen, that alon tisya also is applied. Then we get the complete vritti. You understand? We have seen this paribhasha. We must have seen in the Svanta context. Ato dirgo yagi, tadanta vidhi, tadadi vidhi, all those things. You please revise your paribhasha. In case you don't understand, then tell me, I will do it. Now I take it as for granted we know it. Therefore he says Rikaranta Angasya Antima Varnasya. Instead of writing Alontasya, he says Antima Varnasya. Alontasya Paribhasha. Rikaranta Dhatoho Angasya is Enavididadantasya. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? Rutaha means only Dhatu Rikara. Dhatu Rikara alone will get Ikara Desha if we don't apply the Paribhasha. That is not the meaning of the sutra. You just don't read, please understand what it says also. Please read. Where is it?
येषां धातूनाम् अन्तिमवर्णः दीर्घः ऋकारः अस्ति तस्य अनेन सूत्रेण इ आदेशः भवति। अत्र किमपि निमित्तं नापेक्ष्यते। अनेन सूत्रेण निर्दिष्टः इ आदेशः उरण्रपः 1151 इत्यनेन रपरः वर्तते। इत्युक्ते अस्मात् इकारात् परः रेफः आगच्छति।
Okay.
यथा
What is the meaning then? Yesham dhatunam antima varnaha. Dhatu ending with rukara. Yesham dhatunam. So therefore, yena viditadantasya, the paribhasha. That he explains in verse. Yesham dhatunam antima varnaha. What rukara? Dirgha. Tasya meaning tasya sthane. In the place of which, that is adesha ikara. There is no nimitta, that's what I said. There is no nimitta, paranimitta, or any nimitta causing this. Kimapi nimittam na apekshyate. No nimitta is expected to cause this change, this adesha. Just ru is replaced by e. Okay, then anena nirdishtaha ikaradeshaha uran raparaha ityana raparaha. Raparaha means repaha paraha vidyate. Repa will be appended to the adesha. Adesha being rikara, repa is paraha bhavati. Therefore becomes ir. So ir is the adesha. Uran raparaha also paribhasha. Uran is uhu an raparaha. When you split the sutra, uhu is shashti vibhakti of rikara, tani. Whenever rikara, uhu, rikara, whatever it is, replaced by an stands for a, e, u. Then repa will be raparaha is repaha paraha yasmat saha raparaha. Repa will be appended. Therefore, ikarat paraha, repaha also will come. Uran raparaha is paribhasha. So all three paribhashas are applied. Ena vidhihi tadantasya, alontyasya, uran raparaha. Then gives an example from the Sixth conjugation. Why not first conjugation? Because first conjugation, if rikara at the end, followed by shap, angakarya will happen. So that cannot be given as an example. That is why sixth conjugation. Please read.
तुदादिगणस्य कृ विक्षेपे अस्य धातोः लट् लकारस्य प्रथमपुरुषैरेकवचनस्य रूपम्.
So this kru dhatu, kru means to vikshepe, to throw. So kru plus lat, we are going to see that all those things. Lat is vartamane lat. Vartamane is not the meaning of the lat. Vartamane arte lat iti pratyaha prayujyate. Lat doesn't mean, it's not the dictionary meaning. It's a technical word, lat. So lat, vartamane lat is a lakara, it's a pratyaya. Pratyaya prayujyate. Dhatoho paraha bhavati. Vartamane lat. Then corresponding to Purusha and Vachana, those things and all, in fact, we have seen what is Purusha, what is Vach, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bhagavachanam, all those are Sanya Sutras. We have seen in the context of Subanta elaborately. Corresponding to Pratama Purusha and Ekavachanam, Pratyaya is tip. Tip is Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya, Tingshit Sarvadhatuka. That we are going to see again in detail. When a Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya follows Kartari, we are doing Kartari Prayoga. Then what comes after the Dhatu? Shap. That is Utsarga. And this Dhatu belongs to fourth conjugation. Therefore, Shap will not come, Sha will come. So once Sha comes, Kru plus Sha plus Ti. Then Kru is the Anga for Sha. Kru plus Sha is the Anga for Tip. Anga also, we have seen what is an Anga. Yasmat Vidihi Tadadi Pratyayangam. All these sutras must be thorough definition of Anga. Simple way you can understand that which precedes the Pratyaya is called Anga. It's a relative term. So with regard to Sha, Kru is the Anga. With regard to Tip, Kru plus Sha is the Anga. Yasmat Pratyaha Vidiyate Tadadi Pratyayangam. It's a beautiful definition. Complete definition. Angakarya with regard to due to Sha, can it happen on the Anga Kru? No. Even though Sha is Sarvadhatuka Pratyaya, it is apitvat. Angakaryam na bhavati. Because Angakarya doesn't happen, therefore this will apply. Someone 100 will apply. So Kru is Anekach Stani. Therefore, Anga ending with Rikara. The Rikara is the qualifier of the Anga. Angasya Kidrishaha Angaha Rikarantaha Angaha. So for Rikaranta Anga means not the entire Anga ending with Rikara. Therefore, we require a paribhasha. Alontyasya Antyasya Varnasya Stane, that is Rikaraha Tasya Stane. Now the Adesha is Ir, because Uran Raparaha also will be applied. So Rig is replaced by Ir. Therefore, Kir. Kir plus A plus T. Kirati, Kirati, Kirataha, Kiranti. Kirasi, Kirataha, Kiratha, iti Rupam. Similarly, Guru will become
Girati.
Girati. Girati, Girataha, Giranti. Same thing. And here there is Achi Vibhasha. When Ajadi Pratyaya follows 8 to 21, Kalpena, Lakara also can come. That we will see, not important now. And in the Kriyadigane, what is Kriyadigana? Which conjugation?
Ninth.
Ninth conjugation. Please read.
क्रियादिगणे 14 धातवः दीर्घ ऋकारान्तः सन्ति एतेषां सर्वेषां
What is
विषये
14? Huh?
14
Chaturdasha. Yeah.
14 धातवः दीर्घ ऋकारान्तः सन्ति एतेषां सर्वेषां विषये श्ना विकरण प्रत्यये परे पादीनां ह्रस्वः, that is 7380 इत्यनेन ह्रस्वादेशः भवति। अतः तत्र अस्य सूत्रस्य प्रसक्तिः नास्ति। यथा श्रृ हिंसायाम् इत्यस्य लट् लकारस्य प्रथम पुरुष एकवचनस्य प्रक्रिया इयम्।
Okay. You understand what he says? Kriyadigane, 14 dhatus, they end with rikara in the 9th conjugation. So if see the dhatu pata, Kriyadiganaha. So if you see this, he is starting from here. Dirgha rikara. So here we have Trunj, Krunj, then Vru, Shru, Pru, Spru, Vru. All these are Dirgha Rikaranta Dhataha. These are Dirgha Rikaranta Dhataha. So these dhatus are under the subconjugation. Okay. Pvadayaha. Pu adayaha means dhatu beginning with pu, etc. Pu adayaha yesham dhatu nam te pu adayaha pvadayaha dhatavaha. So dhatu which beginning with pakara. So that gana, that group, that subgroup, yesham yasya saha pvadayaha, that gana subgroup. It is upagana subgroup. So starting from Poonj onwards, there are the subgroup of the conjugation, 9th conjugation, where we have rukar, dirgha letter, then that become rasva by the sutta, vadinam rasvaha. It is mentioned here itself. 7380. Vadinam rasvaha iti sutrena, when shit pratyaya follows, iti pare. This subgroup, the dhatus of this subgroup of the 9th conjugation will get Rasvadesha. Therefore, what will be the Poonj Pavane? It is Ubhayapadi dhatu. Svaritaha, Ngitaha, Kartravipraye, Kriyapale, Atmanepadi, Paragami Kriyapale, Parasmipadi. Bhavati. Therefore, what will be the Latlakara Rupam of Poonj dhatu, Poonj Pavane?
ह्रस्व become pu become pu.
Can anyone say Pu will become?
Pu.
Pu.
Hrasva.
Pu plus
Not
Shna plus Tip. Therefore, you get Punati. Simple. Punati, Punitaha, Punanti. So Lu will become Lunati.
Lunati.
So similarly, other dhatus also where Dirgha, that Pvadinam Rasvaha Bhavati. Now, the dhatus ending with the Rukara, Stru, Kru, and these dhatus are the Shru, Pru, etc. So 14 dhatus he says. So Pvadinam Rasaha, by that what will happen? Becomes Rasvaha. What is the sutra number 7380? So 7380 and Ritaha Idatoho Saman 100. Now which one will apply? Paratvat?
Parasurta.
Paratvat Pvadinam Rasvaha alone will apply. So that's he says, and therefore Kriyadigane Chaturdasha Dhatavaha Dirgha Rikaranta Dhatavaha Santi. Okay. एतेषां विषये श्ना विकरण प्रत्यय परे, because sutra is chiti pratyaya pare, those dhatus will get rasvadesha. इत्यनेन rasvadeshah bhavati atah तत्र अस्य सूत्रस्य प्रसक्तिः भवति वा न भवति परत्वात् that sutra will apply, the sutra will not apply. Therefore nasti. Yata shru, one example is taking. What will be the rupam then? Shru plus shna plus tip.
Shranoti.
Shrunati only. Nattam also will happen because rukara is there. Therefore shrunati. So that shru will not be replaced by here. So it becomes rasva. Once it becomes rasva, after that we cannot apply rutaha idatu. How can you apply? Where is rukara? Dirgha rukaranta sthane eva ikaraha adeshaha. So once it becomes rasva, so there is no dirgha. Therefore you cannot apply. So 7380 is stronger. Paratvat. That applies. Therefore he says form would be shanati. Okay. And natam also happens. Ashabhyam no naha samana pade. There is one vartika is there. Rivernath chaiti vaktavyam. Therefore by vartikam he says it happens. But what is in the case of nishta pratyaya, tha pratyaya? Rasva, will it happen? No. Padinam rasvaha will apply only when shit pratyaya follows. In the case of lakara, shna follows, shna is a shit pratyaya, therefore rasvadeshaha bhavati. But in the case of nishta pratyaya, kridanta, ta, tavatu, trich, etc., not followed by shit. Therefore, what will be the rupam? Shru will be, can be replaced by
Rasva.
kara. Yes, why not? Therefore, shru will get adesha. Adesha, what adesha?
Ar.
Ir.
Here. Therefore, shir becomes shir. Shir plus ta. After that, what happens? Okay, we have to see after that what happens. Now this shir becomes shir. Though the rupam has changed, the shir is a dhatu only. Now it becomes a repanta dhatu. Therefore, irvoho padayaka dirghaha ikaha alicha, by that sutra, the upada will become dirghaha shir. Then radabhyam nishtato nonaha, by that takara also replaced by nakara. Finally, we get shirna iti rupam. Similarly, yurudhatu jirna. Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya. Jirna is nishta pratyaya, ta pratyaya. Jiru become jirna. Tru become jirna, like that. It happens. So this sutra, all these sutra we are going to see. Alicha, the radhabhyam nishtato naha, that will come in the context of nishta. That is dhatu ending with repa or dakara. When that is nishta takara following the dhatu ending with repa and dakara will get nakara adesha. And if it is the dakara ending is a dhatu, that dakara also will get nakara adesha. But here anyway, repa is there. So no, nothing that repa doesn't change into nakara. Only the following, the nishta pratyaya takara will be replaced by nakara. Nishta means takta tavatu is nishta. It's a name given to the pratyayas. Tavashirna. Right? Okay. So other extra points will be there, but if you can understand, then it's good. Otherwise, they will be understood later. Okay. Now please read. Now one vartikam is there.
अत्र एकं वार्तिकं ज्ञातव्यम् इत्वोत्वाभ्यां गुणवृद्धि विप्रतिषेधेन इत्युक्ते गुणः वृद्धिः इत्यस्य तथा इत् उत् इत्यस्य उभयोः कार्ययोः समानस्थले प्रसक्तिः अस्ति चेत् गुणः वृद्धिः एव भवति। यथा तृ बादिगणः अस्य धातोः लट लकारस्य प्रथमपुरुषे एकवचनस्य रूपम्।
So he says on Vartikam, Itva Uttvabhyam Gunavriddhi Vipratisheda Param Karyam. That one Vartikam is there, that he says, that is Gunaha Vriddhi Ityasya Tata It Ut Iti Ubayoho. When the Gunavriddhi happens by 7384 Sarvadhataka Adhataka Yoho Pugantalagu Padasya, that by that sutra. Mundalagu Padasya. So Gunavriddhi or Vriddhi by Achongiti by those sutras. When Nich Pratyaya follows, we do Vriddhi. Atau Padayaha Achongiti. So when that is Gunavriddhi Angakarya sutras, which comes later. And here it is It and Uttadesha. Uttadesha we are going to see later. Udoshte Purvasya. When these two karyas happen simultaneously, Karya Yogo Samanastale Prasaktihi Asti, then Gunavriddhi Eva Bhavati. Gunavriddhi alone will happen, not Itva Uttva Adesha. Itadesha is this sutra. Itva Adesha. Uttva Adesha is Udoshtya Purvasya, the sutra going to come. So Itvottvabhyam Gunavriddhi Pratishedhena Bhavati. That is Itvottvabhyam, what vibhakti is. Itvottvabhyam Gunavriddhi Vipratishedhena. What is it? It is, yes, Panchami. Itva Uttva Adeshaha Tabhyam. Gunavriddhi is, that is Gunascha Vriddhischa Gunavriddhi Itaretara Danda Samasa. So compared to Itva Uttva, Gunavriddhi Bhavati Vipratishedana means Vipratishedana Param Karyam, Parasutram is stronger. So by this there's Vartikam also. Even without Vartikam also is there, but anyway Vartikam is what Gara mentions. Mentions means there must be some reason somewhere it is required. Therefore, Itvottvabhyam Gunavriddhi Vipratishedena. So wherever Gunavriddhi happens, then that is stronger than Itvadesha, Utvadesha. Therefore, that applies. Example, Tru Dhatu, that is what I gave in the beginning. Tru plus Sha plus Tip. Tru plus Sha plus Tip. Tru, now will it get replaced by Ikara or will undergo Angakarya? Please read, Ganesh, in that point. Paragraph.
Atra Rit Iddhatoho, that is 71100.
Not a Ruth actually.
Ityanena.
Ruth, Itadaho. It's a typo.
Rit
That is right. Rutaha is Shashti Vibhakti. Stani it is. There is no Rut. It's a mistake.
Rita Iddhatoho.
Iddato.
Rita Iddhatoho. Yes. The
Yes.
heading is there. So Atra Rita Iddhatoho, that is 71100. Ityanena Rikarantasya Ir Adeshaha Vidiyate. Tatha cha
Rukarasya, not Rukar. Here Rukara is there, but anyway, Rukarantasya, you can say. Rukarantasya, Angasya, Rukarasya. Yeah.
Adesha Vidiyate. Tatha cha Sarvadhatu Sarvadhatu
Not Sarva, not Sarva it is. There is no Sarva.
Sarvadhatuka Ardhadhatukayoho 7384 Ityanena Angasya Gunadeshaha Api Vidiyate. Etayoho Dvayoho Karyayoho Rit इद्धातोः ऋत इद्धातोः 71100 इत्यनेन निर्दिष्टः इर् आदेशः अन्तरङ्गः अस्ति। अतः पूर्वपरनित्यांतर
No. पूर्वपर अपवादानामुत्तरोत्तरं बलीयः. Or you can split within and then read पूर्व पर
नित्य
नित्य अंतरंग अपवादानाम उत्तरोत्तरं बलीयः. Please read.
पूर्वपरनित्य
अंतरंग
अंतरंग अंतरंगा अपवादानाम उत्तरोत्तरं बलीयः.
पूर्वपरनित्यान्तरंगापवादानाम उत्तरोत्तरं बलीयः. Okay, that's a paribhasha. Please read. Not paribhasha in the sutra paribhasha. There is paribhasha. Okay.
अनया परिभाषया तस्यैव प्रसक्तिः स्यात्, परन्तु इत् वोत्वाभ्यां गुणवृद्धि विप्रतिषेधेन अनेन वार्तिकेन एतत् निर्दिश्यते यत् इत् आदेशस्य
No, yet is not yet is not a technical. Yet it means yet.
निर्दिश्यते यत् इत् आदेशस्य गुणादेशस्य च समानस्थले प्रयोगः संभवति इति चेत् गुणादेशः एव भवति. अतः अत्र ऋकारस्य गुणादेशे अकारः विधीयते, स च उरण् रपः 1151 इति रपरः भवति.
Okay, that is one paribhasha. Purva para nitya antaranga apavadana uttarottaram baliyah. Successively they are stronger. Purva sutra, parasutra, which is stronger? Parasutra. And parasutra and nitya sutra. Sutra which are nitya, anitya. It means irrespective of the condition, the sutra which applies is nitya. So when there is competition between parasutra and nitya sutra, which is stronger? Nitya. Similarly, there are antaranga sutra, bhagiranga sutras. Sutras which are applied, antaranga is that in the closed, antaranga, that is first applied, it's antaranga, it is antaranga karya. So nitya sutra is stronger or antaranga. And finally, the more powerful is apavada only. So uttarottaram baliyaha. So finally apavada. Apavada overrules everything. So anaya paribhashaya, now 7100 as well as 7384. That's what I said. Ankakarya. Punadesha bhavati. Now, rutaha idhatoho is antaranga. Rutaha idhato. Why this paribhasha, the Vatikam says it's a beautiful thing. Okay, I didn't remember that. Purva para generally we say parasutra will apply, parasutra will apply. Purva sutra is rutaha idhatoho, parasutra is 7384. But Purva Sutra is, in this context, Rutaha Dhatoho is Antaranga. So compared to even Paratvam, the Antaranga is stronger. Therefore, Antaranga should be applied. Antaranga, therefore, this being Antaranga Sutra means that is first applied and then only Bhagiranga. Bhagiranga is that which is forms the external operation of the thing after performing Antaranga. So Antaranga is stronger than even Parasutras. If that is so, this sutra is stronger even than Sarvadhatika Adhidhatika Yoga, the Parasutra. Therefore, the Vatikam is required. Vatikakara says, with regard to the Adesha, Hitva and Utva Adesha, Gunavriddhi Pratishedena Bhavati. So therefore, this Vartika, by this Vartika, with regard to Gunavriddhi, with regard to Itva, Utva, Gunavriddhi is stronger. Therefore, Sarvadhatika, Adhadatika Yoga is applied. Otherwise, you will not get through with becoming Tarati. You understand? This is general paribhasha. This is what generally we apply. But this paribhasha is not applied here because Vartikam is the Ritva Uttvabhyam Gunavriddhi Patishedena Bhavataha. By that Vartika, where Itva Uttvadesha, compared to Itva Uttvadesha, Gunavriddhi is Pratishedena Bhavati. Gunavriddhi Pratishedena Bhavataha. So therefore, Gunavriddhi Sutra is, the Guna Sutra is 7384, it is Parasutram that is applied. Even though Ruta Idato is Antaranga Sutram, by the Vartika, Parasutram is applied. That's what he says. You follow? Yes.
Yes, Swamiji.
So, therefore, Vartika you can note. So, therefore, Turu become Tarati. Right? Otherwise, how will you get Tarati? So, you can remember the Paribhasha, general Paribhasha, Purva Para, Nitya Antaranga Pavada, Nam Uttarottaram Baliya. Uttarottaram is successively stronger. The strongest is Apavada. The least stronger is Purva Sutra. Compared to Purva Sutra, Parasutra is stronger compared to Parasutra. Nitya compared to Nitya. Antaranga compared to Antaranga, Apavada is stronger. That is the strongest. Therefore, when 7100 Rita Idataho and 7384 both are applicable, by Purva and Para we can say Para is applicable. But Rita Idataho is Antaranga. Therefore, Antaranga is stronger than Para. Therefore, Rita Idataho should be applied. But this Vartika makes it the Gunavriddhi Adesha that overrules even Itta Uttva. That is why the Vartika is required. We cannot just generally apply Purva Para. Purva Para we can say for the beginners, but we are not the beginners. So this Vartika we can note Itta Uttvabhyam Gunavriddhi Pratishedena. Please read Jnatavyam. Ganesh.
ज्ञातव्यम् अस्मिन् सूत्रे ऋत् तथा इत् उभयत्र तकारः उच्चारणार्थः अस्ति तपरकरणार्थं न.
Yes. So in the case of Adesha, Taparakaram not there, I already told. Sacha Pratyaha. In the case of Ru also, Rutaha also, Taparatkaram not there. Because Ru already it is Dirga. If it is Rit, then it can bring it Savarna. Because Tani can bring it Savarna letters. But if Rut is already Dirga, so therefore Savarna Graganam na bhavati. Savarna Graganam kada bhavati when Rasva is specified with the Ita letter, with the Takara, then just without Takara. When Rasva is there, then it will can bring it Savarna. Yeah, Dirga only the therefore Takara is added to that Rut. The Rutaha Shashti Bhakti, the Rut Takara is not for Taparakana, it is only for Ucharna Artham. And of course in the Adesha, Takara is not written, it is given means it is only for Ucharna Artham because Adesha cannot bring it Savarna. And Stani, if Savarna has to come, then Rut should be, but it is not. Rut is there, therefore there also it is not Taparakaranam. Takara is just added for the Ucharana Artham only. Okay, that's what he says here. Please read.
ऋत् इत्यत्र दीर्घस्वरेण सवर्णग्रहणं न भवति अतः तस्य निषेधार्थं तपरकरणस्य प्रयोजनं नास्ति.
Yes. That's clear. It is not a Taparakaranam, it is only for Charnarth. In both the cases. The case of Rutaha, which is a Stani, the case of Adesha, which is It. Yeah, please read.
इत् इत्यत्र इकारः विधीयमानः अस्ति, अतः अण् अण् उदित सर्वस्य
Anodit savarnasya
अनुदित सवर्णस्य च प्रत्ययः 1169 इत्यनेन सह अपि सवर्णग्रहणं न करोति, अतः तस्य विषये अपि तपरकरणस्य किमपि प्रयोजनं नास्ति.
You'll understand this only when you understand Anudit Savarnasya Ja Pratyaya. There Anudit Savarnasya Cha Apratyaya. Pratyaya means Adesha. Apratyaya means not Adesha, other than the Adesha. Unletter, un of this Sthani or the Paranimitta or Purva, they can bring it Savarna, but Adesha cannot bring it Savarna. So this is Savarna Gragaka Sutram Anudit Savarna Secha Pratyaha is Savarna Gragaka Sutram. So unletter will bring it Savarna provided it is not an Adesha. That's what the Sutram says. So therefore Adesha doesn't require Takara because it will not bring it Savarna letter. But Takara is in the Sutra. Therefore it is only for Uchcharanartham. Savarnagraham na bhavati ataha Uchcharanartham eva kevalam. Understand? Therefore Taparakarana karanasya kimapi prayojan nasti tatapi takaraha vartate ita iti kimartham Uchcharanartham eva.
चरणार्थ.
Kashika says Rukarantasya dhato hangasi karadesha bhavati. Simple. Vritti. Example girati, kirati, girati, astirnam. Astirnam is through dhatu ninth conjugation. Apurvaka stru plus nishta pratyaya, ta pratyaya. Through will become through plus ta pratyaya. Angakarya cannot happen, therefore replaced by ir. Ir become ir. Ruvaho padaya hadirka haikaha. Nishta takara also becomes takara. We will see that those things later. Astirna. Similarly, Vishirna, Shrudhatu, just now we saw Shru. Dhatoho iti kim, why we say Rutahi Dhatoho? It doesn't happen for Pitrunam. Pitrunam is, what is Pitrunam? Anyone?
पिता शब्दस्य
Not Pita Shabda. There is no Pita Shabda at all. Huh?
पितृ
Pitru Shabda.
okay.
And is there any word Pitru? Pitrunam?
षष्ठी बहुवचन
You don't have Pitrunam in the Pitru Shabda at all.
पितॄणां
पितॄणां
Pitru Nami Sutram number.
हाँ,
When Nami, then
दीर्घ
Dirghatam happens. It is in Dirghata section. Nami 6-4, if I remember, 8 or something. 8 or even before that, 5 or something. So Pitru Nami Pare. So Dirghata Pitru Nam. It's a mistake, typo. Matru Nam. Okay. In this case, doesn't happen. Dirghatam, the Riga is not replaced because it is only for the Dhatu. Here, this is not a Dhatu. This is not a Dhatu, this is a Pratipadikam. I mean, Pratipadikasya Pada Rupam. So Lakshanikasya api atra Rakaranam ishyate. Chikirshati ityatrapi etasya dhatu grahanam kriyate. Chikirshati is Chikirsha Sananta Rupam. There also dhatu grahanam kriyate, therefore it happens. So dhatu is not only Upadeshika dhatu, even for Atideshika dhatu, like Kru dhatoho, Kru dhatoho, Dukring karane. Chikirsha, Kartam Icha Chikirsha, Sananta dhatu. There also it happens. Kru dhatu becomes Chikirsha, that Ru is replaced by Yeah, dhatu is just dhatu is kru. Then it happens. Upadaya, dirgha, hika, all those things will happen. Then chikirsha we get. Upadeshika, lakshika, lakshanikasya api atra karanam vishate. Therefore he says that. चिकीर्षति इत्यत्रापि यथास्या तत् धातु ग्रहणं क्रियते. So dhatu, that is whatever dhatu, upadesha, upadeshika or atideshika dhatus. Now next
Kshamadam,
sutra.
here, Kshamadam, this Pitranam, Matranam, is there a dhatu involved here or?
Dhatu not there. That's why counter example. Dhatu iti kim means it's counter. This is Kashika when you read, you have to understand. Why the sutra says dhatu? It means it doesn't happen in the case of Pitranam. Pitrunam,
In case of
Dhatrinam, because there it is
Pratipadika.
Pratipadikam. Pitru is, it's a Pratipadikam. Matra is a Pratipadikam, not a Dhatu. Counter examples.
Okay, only in case of dhatus it happens. Right.
Siddhanta Kamadi, Ridantasya, there is Anga ending with Rikara, Ridantasya, Dhatoho, Angasya, It Syat. It Syat means It Adesha Syat. Itvotvabyam, Gunavriddhi Patishedhena, Vadvatikam, you can note. This Vartikam, to apply, we have to know that Purva, Para, Nitya, Antaranga, Pavadana, Muttarotari, Maliyaha, that Paribhasha is important, Paribhasha, that you can note. Okay. Rachitra, Gunaha, okay, that is fine. Is giving example of Litlakara, that context we'll see. Lagu Siddhanta Kamadi also, Litlakara Rupam, Ridantasya, Dhatoho, Angasya, It Syat. So 7,100 done. Next one, Upadayascha. You can read Kameshwari. Upadayascha, what is the vibhakti of Upadayaha? Upadha is the Pratipadika. Ramayaha, Upadayaha. It can be either Panchami or Shashti. Here we have to take it as Shashti. Upadayaha means Upada. Then Anuvritti is Rutaha Idataho, the whole Sutram comes as Anuvritti. Therefore, you can see the Sutra Pata. Keep Sutra Pata always open. So you can see Rutaha Idhatoho. Upadayaha Rutaha. Dhatu, whose Upada is Rukara, that also. Chakarat itadeshaha, ikaraha adeshaha bhavati. Therefore, Upadayaha dhatoho, rutaha upadayaha dhatoho itadeshaha. Angasya adhikare vartate 641, right? Please read.
Upadayascha. Dhato vidyamanasya upada rikarasya ikara adeshaha bhavati.
So it's clear, right? Dhato vidyamanasya means dhatu. Vidyamana, the word is from the dhatu.
Present in the
Vidyadhatu. Shanach pratyaya. Vidya. Vidyamana. Karmani shanach. Yeah, is there. Or we can take that dhatu which is the fourth conjugation. Therefore, Vidyamana is anyway it will be Shen only. Therefore, Vidyamanasya Kartari Shanach. Context you have to say, but here you can take Kartari. Dhatu Vidyamanasya Dhatu Upadarikara which is present in the Dhatu Saptavi. Vibhakti Dhatu Rikara Desha will come. Okay. Sorry, Ikara Desha will come. Please read.
येषां धातूनाम् उपधा वर्णः दीर्घ ऋकारः अस्ति तस्य अनेन सूत्रेण ई आदेशः भवति अत्र किमपि निमित्तं न अपेक्ष्यते अनेन सूत्रेण निर्दिष्टः ई आदेशः उरन् रपरः इत्यनेन रपरः वर्तते इत्युक्ते अस्मात् इकारात् परः रेपः आगच्छति यथा कृत् इति चुरादिगणस्य धातुः अस्य लट् लकारस्य पुरुष एकवचनस्य प्रक्रिया इयम्.
We'll see the prakriya later. What is the meaning? Yesham dhatunam, those dhatus, whose upada varna is dirgha rikara, will get ikara adesha. For this also there is no nimitta, not anything following causing this. Na apekshate. Apekshate, what is the dhatu there? Apekshate. In the kriya padam apekshate.
Iksh.
Yes, iksh dhatu. Apa plus iksh, apeksh.
Guna.
Ikshate, ikshete, ikshante. And karmani here. Therefore, apekshate, right? Okay, no paran, no nimitta, nothing causes this. If dhatu is having upada rikara, then it happens. Okay. Then next line is when rikara replaced by e, the paribhasha urandrapara will apply. Therefore, repa will be appended. Therefore, adesha is now ir adesha. Sutra says ikara adesha. By applying the paribhasha, the adesha now becomes ir. Okay. Now, kru dhatu, 10th conjugation. That example gives kru plus nich. Now, here, what will happen to, tell me what happens here. First nich pratyaya and then we can do the latlakara, rupam. Kru plus nich.
But kru.
Nich pratyaya. When the pratyaya is nich.
Then vriddhi happens.
Vriddhi happen to what?
But kru will become ikara adesha will come.
No, I'm just a general asking. Generally as
Kar. Kru will become kar. Vriddhi.
kru will become kar. How?
Vriddhi means?
Dhatu is kru to dhatu. It will not become kar.
Okay. Taka upada only.
Igan dasya.
Guna will happen.
Guna will happen.
That all will not happen. Come on, huh?
In this case, it will not happen.
Anyway, it will not happen. Why? How guna will happen?
No, that is dirgha. It's long. It cannot happen.
So, if it is iganta or achongiti by that sutra,
If it is a short
vriddhi will happen. If upada is rasva, then it will take guna. If upada is rasva kara, it will take vriddhi. When nit pratyaya follows. Here upada is rukara. Therefore, angakarya not possible. Therefore, we can angakarya not possible anyway. It's not about para and all. Because of Artika we have seen itotva swabhyam gunaviddhi pratishedena. But anyway, this is not applied, therefore we can apply rutaha idatoho by that ikara desha. Therefore, kru will become kir. Repa will be appended kir. Now, kir plus e. After that,
Krityati.
kirtyati.
Krityati.
No. Think and tell anyone. Dirvaho padayaha dirgaha itigaha. Then padayam one sutram is there. Hali cha another sutram is there. Therefore become kirta. That is kirtayati. Okay, that is upadayam cha 8-2. Finally, okay. This is in Tripadi, therefore he applies that finally. That's okay. Kirtayati. Okay. So the here is Upadayascha by this sutra that R is replaced by Ir. So therefore we have now Kirti. Kirti, then Shap Pratyaya is added. That's the Shap, Ti will become Shap, because of Shap, Ti will become Te,
Te guna hai.
Kirte. Kirte plus
Ayadi sandhi.
Kirtayati.
Ayadi Sandhi will happen.
Ayadi Sandhi. Kirtayati. Now after that, there another sutra is there, which is because that sutra in Tripadi, Dirvaho Padaya Dirgaha Ikaha Padayam Cha. Therefore, that sutra says Kirtayati is Kakara plus Ikara plus Repa plus Takara. Now Repa is followed by Takara. Therefore, Repa's preceding letter, Ik letter will get Dirghadesha. Upadayam Cha. See, the sutra is Upadayas Cha. 71101. That sutra is Upadayam Cha. So Upadayaha Dirgha Bhavati. Therefore, Kirtayati. Okay, so just write here for our understanding. That is Dhatu being Kru Dhatu, Krut plus Nich. Kru will be replaced by Kir, Kirt plus E, Kirti. So this whole thing is what? So Dhatu. So Dhatu, in fact, here itself we can apply. Then Upadayamcha, we need not wait for Tripadi. Here, Repa plus Takara plus E. This is Nijanta. This is Dhatu. So Dhatu ending with the Repa or Vakara at the end of the Padam are followed by Yahal. Then Upadai letter will get the Dirgha Desha rule. Or the another sutram is Upadayamcha that says Dhatoho, that is Dhatu, which is that when followed by a consonant, the Repa, which is of the Dhatu, which is when it is preceded by Ik letter, that Ik letter will get Dirgha Desha. Therefore, Ki. Therefore, we get Kirti. Now, Kirti is a new Dhatu, plus Shap plus Tip. Kirti ending with E, followed by Shap. Therefore, becomes Kirte, then Kirtai, then Kirtayati. It's a Rupa, right? So, Padayamcha, we will see that Sutra is going to come after this. Rupadaya Dirgha Hikaha, Alicha, Padayamcha, 8 to 78. So don't confuse with this sutra. This is Upadayascha. Therefore, Kirtayati Rupam. That's the example is giving. Upada letter becoming Dirgaha. Then Kashika. Kashika simple. Upadayascha Rukarasya Ikaradesha Bhavati. Ikarodesha. It's a typo. This is not Ikarodesha. Ikaradesha Bhavati. Kirtayati, Kirtayataha, Kirtayanti. Then Siddhanta Kamudi. Dhatoho Padabhutasya Rutaha Dirgarukara. Itsyat. Then Raparatam also will happen. And Upadayam Shaiti Dirgaha. So this is how they explain. You have to understand. Dhatoho Padabhutasya Rutaha Itadeshaha. Then Raparatam happens. Then it says Upadayamcha. By that Dirga also happen. Kirtayati. And he has given many examples. Dhatus. Okay, so all examples. It's a big list of dhatus. Okay, only this much, the sutra. I think it's there. Next one. Ramaji, you can read. Udoshtya purvasya.
उदोष्ट्य पूर्वस्य पदच्छेदः उत् प्रथमा एकवचनम् ओष्ट्य पूर्वस्य षष्ठी एकवचनम् अनुवृत्ति ऋतः धातोः from the सूत्रम् ऋतः इति धातोः अन्तिकारः अङ्गस्य अनुवृत्तिसहितं सूत्रम् ओष्ट्य पूर्वस्य ऋतः धातोः उत्
Yeah. This is Udoshtya purvasya 7 100 101 1102. In fact, many sutras in this section we have seen. I'm not sure whether you remember Trichvat Kroshtuhu. Kroshtu Shabda will be declined like Trikaranta Shabda. Kroshta, Kroshtaro, Kroshtaraha. Rupam. Krosht means Jakal, I think. We have seen. Triyamcha, Kroshti, Kroshtryau, Kroshtyaha. Vibhasha, Tritiyadi, Shu, Achi. Then Chaturanadaho, Amudataha. This also I think we have done. And all the sutras before. Goto, Nit, those things we have done. They're all about Patin, Shabda, Matin, and Rubukshu. Rubukshun Shabda. So many sutras in the section also we have seen. Now, Udoshtya Purvasya, as anuvritti of this, all the three, Rutaha, Id, Dhatoho, Oshtya Purvasya, that is Dhatu ending with Rikara, and the Upada letter is Oshtya. Oshtya means labial. Then Rikara will get Ut Adesha. Okay, so it's an Tapavadhatu Itadesha. Please read.
यस्मिन् धातौ अन्ते दीर्घः ऋकारः अस्ति तस्मात् पूर्वः च ओष्ट्यवर्णः अस्ति तस्य धातोः ऋकारस्य उकारादेशः भवति.
Simple, right?
दीर्घ
Dhatu ending with Dirgha Rikara. How ending? Because it is by the paribhasha Yena vidit tadantasya. The same paribhasha what we saw. Not given, but we know, we should know. Tasmat purvaha, kasmat purvaha, rikar, antya rikarat purvaha. Yadi oshtya varnaha bhavati. Targit tasyapi dhatoho rikarasya ukaradesha. Ukara also, ut is the takara is uchcharanartham, not for, yes, not for taparakaranam. Yes, please read.
ओष्ट्यवर्णः इत्युक्ते सः वर्णः सः वर्णः यस्य उच्चारणार्थम् ओष्ट्योः प्रयोगः क्रियते.
Yeah. Oshtyoho or oshtyoho?
ओष्ट्यवर्ण ओष्टयोः.
Oshtau, because lips, upper lip, lower lip. Oshtyoho. Yeah. Oshtyam is Oshtya, the word is, it is Tadita. It doesn't become Oshtya. O is already Dirgha only. I'm sorry, Vriddhi will happen, but anyway, it's Oshtyam. Oshtyam is Tadita. Let us see how it comes. Anyway, please read.
Yeah. उपोपद्मानीयानाम् ओष्ट्यौ अनेन
Oshtau.
ओष्ठौ सारी अनेन वचनेन पवर्गः उकारः तथा उपध्मानीयः ओष्ट्यवर्णाः सन्ति. एतेषु कश्चन एकः ऋकारान्तधातोः उपधायाम् अस्ति चेत् तस्य धातोः ऋकारस्य ऋत इत् धातोः इत्यनेन प्राप्तम् इकारादेशं बाधित्वा वर्तमानसूत्रेण उकारादेशः विधीयते.
Yes, that was Sapavada, right? So, Ruta Hidato, by that, Ikaradesha comes Tambaditva, Ukaradesha Vidiyate, Rikarasya Stane. Please read.
यथा पृ पालनपोषणयोः इति जुहोत्यादिगणस्य धातुः Asya ta pratyaye pare iyam prakriya jayate.
Pru dhatu of the third conjugation.
Hmm.
Pru dhatu is there in the ninth conjugation also. But that is visa puadinam rasvaha. By that punati it happens. But this is third conjugation. Nishta rupam is giving. Please read. Pru plus nishta.
Pru
Nishta.
plus
I think you all know what nishta is, right?
Yeah. Ta and
Tattavatu nishta. Sutram is there. Yeah, please read.
pru plus ta nishta iti ta pratyayah.
Will nishta pratyaka sangakarya? Yes or no?
Sarvadvatka.
Sarvadhataka adadhataka yoho.
Happens. Yeah.
But this is dhatu is kit. Therefore, sorry, pratyaya is kit.
Gates now.
No. Iti cha, by that sutra, angakarya is denied, negated for kit pratyaya. Kit, ngit, git, ngiti cha, by that sutra. Angakarya will not happen. How it will happen? Sarvadhataka adadhataka yoho. That is why sarvadhatakam apita what we say. Nitvat. Angakaryam doesn't happen, right? That's why fourth conjugation and all. Sorry, fourth conjugation as well as the sixth conjugation. The tudu dhatu, tudu plus sha plus step. What happens to tudu? Upada is rasvaik upada. Will it take guna? Todati.
No.
Why? Because sarvadhatuka pratyaya, but it is apitvat ngitvat bhavati. Therefore, doesn't happen, right? That is in the case of sarvadhatuka. Whether it is sarvadhatuka or adadhatuka, whatever pratyaya. The pratyaya is kit or ngit or git. Angakarya doesn't happen. Negated. Giticha 115. Right? Therefore, ru will not become ar. I mean, ar. Will not become. But okay. But anyway, that Angakarya happening by the sutra is Parasutra. But Paratvam also negated by the Antaranga. By the Vartika, Itvot Vabyam, Guravati. But anyway, here it is not going to happen at all, that Angakarya. Therefore, this sutra alone will apply. And here it is Rikara and the Dhatu having the Upada letter, Pakara. Instead of Ikara, here it will get Adesha, Ukara. When Ukara replaces, Ukara is unlettered. When it replaces Rivarna, it will get Repa Pandit. So therefore, Kshamita, Ur. Therefore, Pur. Right? Now, Pur is a Dhatu. Pur Dhatu, it has become Pur. Only the form has changed. But still Dhatu, right?
Yeah.
Ending with what letter? Repa.
Pa.
Followed by Takara, which is consonant. Hal. Therefore, Halicha, Irvaho Padayaha, Dirgaha Ikaha Halicha, by that sutra, Repasya Upadayaha, Dirgattam Bhavati, Pur. Right? That happens. Purta iti rupam. This is third conjugation. But here, this Nishta Takara, this is all extra. Okay, now we are not covering that now. Interested in Nishta Takara will become Nakara when it follows the Repanta Dhatu by the Sutra 8242. Pratabhyam Nishtato Naha Urvastya Chadaha. That is Nishta Takara following the Dhatu ending with the Repa or Dakara will get Nakara Desha. But this doesn't apply here. It doesn't become Purna. Iti Takarasya Nakare Prapte There is one exception. Exception is na dhyakhya pramurchi madam iti tasya nishedaha. Here the dhatu, pru is mentioned, for which this will not happen. What will not happen? Ishta takarasya nakaradeshaha na bhavati. Again, this is not our interest of discussion here, but anyway, just the sake of covering. Dhya dhatu, kya dhatu, then pru dhatu, murch dhatu, then mad iti etesham nishta takarasya nakaradeshaha na bhavati. 8257. 8242 ordains and 8257 negates. Therefore, doesn't happen. Therefore, purtaha only. Understand?
Yes, Ishwarji.
Purtaha. Is it clear? Purtaha.
Yes.
Okay. Then how Purna comes? Purnamadav Purnamidam. How Purna comes? So therefore, from Jugotyadi Dhatu, we get Purta.
Sanatartam.
And the ninth conjugation also we have Prudhatu, that also become Purta. Churadi conjugation also we have Prudhatu, Purane, that becomes Parita or Purta. In the fourth conjugation we have, where the Dhatu is Pur Dhatu. There only Pur plus Ta Pratyaya becomes Purna. Therefore, Purna, the word is not derived from the Dhatu, Pru Dhatu. Pru Dhatu, it is in, this conjugation, what we saw, third conjugation,
Third and
ninth conjugation, as well as 10th conjugation. Pru Dhatu. Ninth conjugation also is there.
Yeah.
Punati, that we saw just now, I told before.
Mhm.
The third conjugation, ninth conjugation, 10th conjugation, from that Purna is not derived. The word Purna it's not a form, Nishta Rupam of these dhatus. That is a dhatu, Pur dhatu, Pur in the fourth conjugation. Divadi Gana, Atmanepadi dhatu. From that dhatu only we get this. Okay. Purna, Pur plus Ta Pratyaya. Then, because that Pur dhatu not negated by this 8 to 57, that na dhya kya, only Pru is mentioned. Pru is mentioned, not Pur. Okay. Understand?
yes.
See, just quickly type and then for your understanding, that 8 to 57. See, dhatu is Pru dhatu. Just now we satta pratyaya, we get Purta. This is for the third conjugation, ninth conjugation, and 10th conjugation also, Nich will come, it become Parita and Rupa. But if the dhatu is of fourth conjugation we have a dhatu Pur, you can check later. Pur plus then Ishta Pratyaya, Ta Pratyaya. Ta. What happens here? Dhatu ending with Repa, Nishta Takara follows. This is not negated by any sutra, therefore Nishta Takara can become Nakara. And we have Pur. Then Nattam also happens. Therefore we get Purna. This is fourth conjugation Dhatu. Same meaning Purane is there. Okay. Fine. So this by this sutra, Nishta Takara becoming Nakara negated. That's what he says here. Therefore Purta. Follow this example.
Yeah. Yes.
See, example, when it comes, many other sutras come, but other sutras about which we have some idea, not that we don't know anything, we have seen in other different contexts. Okay, atra ekam vartikam, please read.
Atra ekam vartikam jnatavyam. Itvodvabhyam gunavriddhi vipratishedhena ityukte gunaha vriddhihi ityasya tatha it ut ityasya उभयोः कार्ययोः समानस्थले प्रसक्तिः अस्ति चेत् गुणवृद्धिः एव भवति। यथा पृ अस्य धातोः नुल् प्रत्ययान्तरूपस्य प्रक्रिया इयम्.
So this already we have seen. So this is why this Vartika required. Because Purva para is stronger, we apply. Then para is stronger, apply. This sutra is Antaranga. Antaranga is stronger than para. Right? Antaranga is stronger than para. That means this dhatu will, this sutra will apply. But when it is Ito Abhyam, Itvadesha, Utvadesha, compared to that, Gunavriddhi should be applied. Therefore, this Vartikam is required. So by this Vartika, Angakarya will happen. Angakarya is that by Guna Adesha, Guna Angakarya, Vriddhi Angakarya, that is strong, that is made applicable. Okay. So we have to remember that Paribhasha, Purva Para, that Nitya Antaranga Pavadana Muttarottariyam Baliyaha, and then this Vartika. Then only it becomes clear. Now here is given example for pr plus null. Null pratyaya is nit pratyaya. Therefore, being nit pratyaya. Two sutras are applicable here. One is Udoshtya Purvasya. Other one? What is the other one?
Vriddhi.
Vriddhi. That is Achongiti.
Achoniti.
Then Achongiti is 7 to 115. You can check later. 7 to section. It is para. Therefore, that we should apply, right? But the sutra is Antaranga. Purva, para, nitya, Antaranga. Then Antaranga must apply. The pur should become pur. But that also not overruled by this Vartika. When it is Itvadvabhyam, when Gunavriddhi is there, then it is greater than Virpatishedana Bhavati. Gunavriddhi Virpatishedana Bhavataha Itvadvabhyam. Itvadvabhyam is overruled by Gunavriddhi. It means Achongiti has to be applied. Right? So, okay. Then null is replaced by Aka. That we know. Nakara is it, Lakara is Alante with. Nakara is it by what sutram? Chutu. Don't think too much.
Yeah.
And who is replaced by your Anako. You is replaced by Ana, Vu by Aka. Now, Pru will be replaced. Now, Udoshtya Purvasya. What will happen? The same thing, what we read is given here.
Yeah.
You want to read again? Please read.
Okay. Atra Ushodya Purvasya
Udoshtya Purvasya.
Udoshtya Purvasya Ityanena Rukarasya Ur Adeshaga Vidhiyate. Tatha cha Achoniti Ityanena Angasya Vriddhi Adeshaga Api Vidhiyate. That one is 71102, 72115. एतयोः द्वयोः कार्ययोः उदोष्ट्यपूर्वस्य इत्यनेन निर्दिष्टः उर् आदेशः अन्तरङ्गः अस्ति अतः पूर्वपरनित्यान्तराङ्ग अपवादानाम् उत्तरोत्तरम् बलीयः अनया परिभाषया तस्यैव प्रसक्तिः स्यात् परन्तु इत्वोद्वाभ्यां गुणवृद्धि विप्रतिषेधेन अनेन वार्तिकेन एतत् निर्दिश्यते तत् उत् आदेश एतत्
निर्दिश्यते यत् means iti, that it means
okay
that pauses there.
एतत् निर्दिश्यते यत् उत् आदेशस्य तथा च गुणादेशस्य नो चेत् वृद्ध्यादेशस्य च समानस्थले प्रयोगः सम्भवति चेत् गुणादेशः वृद्ध्यादेशः वा एव भवति अतः अत्र ऋकारस्य वृद्ध्यादेशे आकारः विधीयते स च उरण् रपरः इति रपरः भवति.
Yes. So ru is replaced by then Angakarya happens. Not ur, it is Angakarya will happen. Guna Vriddhi Vipratishedena Bhavataha. Or there also ru is replaced by Dirgha, that is Vriddhi. that repa will be appended. That is common. That paribhasha. Therefore, paraka iti rupam. So from that we get paraka, right? Then kashika is oshtyaha purvaha yasmat rakarat. Also oshtya purvaha. It's a compound. What is oshtya purvaha? Oshtyaha purvaha. Oshtya is the purva yasmat rakarat saha rakara. Sakarat saha. That rakara is oshtya purva rakaraha. Right? Rakaraha. Rakara preceded by oshtya letter. It's compound is giving. Tadantasya. That is yena vidhi tadantasya. Tadantasya angasya antyasya varnasya. That is rikarasya. Alontyasya paribhasha also we have to add. And ukara adesha bhavati. Yes, not given. But note. Purtaha pindaha. This example. Pupurshati sanantam. Mumurshati sanantam. Okay. Dantyoshtya purvaha api oshtya purvaha bhavati ityatra bhavati. That is the example is given for pakara. Pakara is oshtya letter. What about vakara? Vakara is danta oshtam, right? That is also oshta. Danta as well as oshta. So therefore is giving that example also. Bhuvurshati, vakara also it will happen, right? That is vakara also oshtya letter. So when preceded by vakara, then also ukara adesha. How do you know? So you can see Urshati, ukara adesha has come. Right? Similarly, pravu urshati. Oshtyaha I atra pratyasate anga avayava heva virgyate tena rigatau ityasya sampurvasya samirnam iti bhavati. Itotvabhyam gunavritti bhavataha, that we know. Okay, I think other things are. What about Rudhatu? Rudhakatau. There it is not preceded by any letter. Therefore, Ru will be Gatau, will be replaced by Ir alone. Sampurvaka Dhatu will become Nishta Pratyaya Samirnam iti Rupam Bhavati. Okay. Right. Understand all of you this? Please. All this is a simple one.
Yes.
Yes.
Then Rutaha Dhatoho Oshtya. The next sutra is we are going to Tripadi. This is all. See, all these are preparing the dhatus and certain, so that you know other sutras, these sutras, Tiruvapadaya, preparing the dhatus. Then we'll discuss Pratyaya. So 8 to 76, that we will see. We'll see in the next class. Huh? We'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवाद
I have
आचार्य जी.
sent the file, the document in that paribhasha, that Enavedi Tadantasya, other things, everything I think must be there. You just Anudit Savanasya Cha Pratyaha, etc. Please go through. You have already seen in context of Sabanta. And in the document what I sent last class, there also I have mentioned. Please see, go through once. Okay. Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್.